Hola and hello, Aquarius, and welcome to Soul Guidance with Adriana. I am a spiritual life coach and I help you choose growth and the healing of your inner roots. Let's get started with today's intuitive message. Ooh, lovely. Almost dropped her though. We have the Princess of Wands as your leading card, and I want to say leading lady. So for some reason, I'm wanting to talk to you about drama and the stage, being center stage in your world, and commanding the presence of others, or commanding the attention, I want to say, of others, so that it's kind of like the spotlight's on you this week, Aquarius. That's the energy where we're starting your reading, is with the spotlight on you. And I do feel, this is really funny, I'm feeling like a Leo kind of vibe here, where we're talking about the drama of what you're involved in. And I don't mean drama in a negative, emotional kind of way. I'm talking about dramatics, like the dramatic art. But what this says to me is that you're expressing yourself on a bigger stage than what you're usually expressing yourself on. And it feels like, it kind of feels like a soliloquy. Like you're not playing this situation out with anyone else. You're just there talking, figuring this out for yourself. But you are taking center stage here, being encouraged to take center stage. Let's look at your beneficial information, the Death card, and information, or I guess it is information card. This is energy that holds you back. Okay. Now my cautionary here, Aquarius, is what's going to feel like the right way is not actually the best way. She's so naturally walking into this Three of Wands, which is looking for the future, looking for an adventure, a journey perhaps, a trip, or to, try something completely new. Both of these cards are looking like adventuring, like let's just go, let's expand our horizons and get to something new. But on the other side, we have the Death, and this is a wise card. The Death is inviting you to be open to a deeper reflection so that you can completely transform your direction and your path, and so that you are aware of a different door that is opening for you. A different way of being, a different opportunity. But instead of seeking something new, you're being asked to transform something old. This is really funny. I'm thinking so Shakespeare right now. I'm thinking the Macbeth and the witches and the cauldron, and then here is on the other side where we have it happened in Scotland, and that's for me kind of a far off place from where I'm sitting right now. So let me just get my mind here, because I'm trying to figure out why they would be giving me Macbeth to think about, because that's a tragedy, right? The woman goes paranoid that he's trying to kill off too many people. I guess that's our Death card. And then it ends in tragedy. Okay. I'm really unable to make a connection here. So let me just tap in and see where they're going. Okay, the reason why they're bringing this up, and this is really fascinating. So if you're an actor, some actors are very superstitious, and they won't mention the name Macbeth because they think it brings bad luck. And so they might just refer to it as the Scottish play. So there is a fear in you of going to that dark place. There's, Lady Macbeth starts to hallucinate and do that thing with her hands where she's trying to wash herself clean. These are projected hallucinations, projected fears about going to the place where you don't want to go, about going into this transforming and shifting of energy. There's a fear of going there. But I love this deck because the Death card is not scary. Yeah, she's got a skull, but she's gently there. She's this wise presence. And the cauldron is the place of transformation where you can begin a new life, a new phase of life, because you're being willing to shed the old. And that's really all that's being asked of you, Aquarius, is that you shed the old in order to come through to the new. There's also a snake on this card, and that's what snakes are famous for, shedding their skin and regenerating. So what you've been so afraid to look at, what you've been afraid to shed, this is just about being friendly with it, sitting down with it as if you're having a conversation with someone, and just have a conversation with it and say, okay, what have I been afraid of? Let's talk about this. Am I really afraid of this? Or, thank you for teaching me what you have, but it's time for me to let you go because I've got to go through this new door. That kind of thing. Engaging in a dialogue, because when you start to talk through dialogue, it ceases to be scary. There's an amazing story. I don't know where this happened or even really when, but there was a person who came into a school with a gun, and he happened to trap himself, or was confined with the school secretary. And she was this woman with just this amazing presence, and she just talked to him, just started talking to him, not through fear, but just started asking him questions and talking to him as if he was a human. And it de-escalated him because it reminded him of that human connection again. So that's what fear does, is it pulls us off from our connection to ourselves. It dehumanizes us. People that are in fear are dehumanized. But when you start to engage with that fear, or indeed a person who is in fear, with that real human touch of questions and loving attention, then the fear just goes, okay, let's get a little bit more. Not Knight, King of Swords and the Hermit. Okay. This is asking you to be a little bit more alone with your thoughts. Don't always feel like you have to be on the stage performing, but take some time to go on that inward journey so that you can ultimately, King of Swords, master your thoughts. You've got to master where these thoughts are trying to take you, because they keep taking you to places that you don't need to go. The Hermit says you will need some alone time. You will need some time to withdraw from others to figure this out. Do not discount that time. If you have a busy week, schedule that time in first. Yes, even before you schedule your work, schedule this time in first. It is important, because this is affecting every area of your life. Okay, Aquarius, thank you so much for joining me, and I really do look forward to doing these readings every week, and it means a lot that you share your time and energy. If you're looking for a deeper connection with your soul purpose, or even more, sometimes I'm surprised by what comes through in working with others and working for people. Please check out soulguidancewithadriana.com, and I will look forward to seeing you next time. Have a good one.